We're going to take a look at a company that's been requested by many of you right now. Hello, I'm Mark, and this is Trucking Answers. Today, let's take a look at Holland Enterprises from North Dakota. I didn't know there was anything up there, but it turns out there's a large trucking company up there. They've been in business for over 40 years, well over 40 years. Let's take a look at some of the good of the company. All right, so at Holland Enterprises, they run long distance loads, 1,500 mile average length of haul. If you are willing to run, this would be the place for you. You need to stay out 3 to 4 weeks at a time and then take some off time, and they require 2 years of experience. All right, so you're going to get a basically new truck at the place, new trailers. Their oldest truck is like 3 years old, and when you start, you're going to get a guarantee. So they're going to guarantee you $1,200 a week to start for 4 weeks, and then at the end of this 4th week, they will see if you made more than that. And so if you did, they'll give you the difference. So, but if you made less than that, they don't take anything away from you. You get your $1,200. So for those weeks, they'll settle up with you after that, and you can see how you're doing at that time. All right. So I think that's a pretty good way to start. The drivers there are making $70,000 to $80,000 a year. And here's the thing about the place. I looked all around. I can hardly find anybody that says a bad thing about it. And the thing is, when you look at a place, people are more likely than not to voice their complaints about a place. When you go to work, eat somewhere, work somewhere, whatever it is, if you have a complaint, that's when you're going to be all vocal about it. When you have a good experience or just a fine experience or whatever, you never say anything about it. So I can hardly say anybody that find anybody that has anything bad to say about the place. And I think that's really good after so many years in business. They do not use the crack hound at this place, so don't worry about that. You're not going to have to be crack hounded anywhere around. You can take your spouse, you can take your pet with you, no problem, all right? And after 2 years, the medical becomes free as well. They also have these quarterly safety bonuses. They have yearly bonuses, fuel mileage. Oh, the trucks go 70 miles an hour for 30 minutes a day. I think that's interesting. So you... from what I read, you hit the fuel pedal 3 times and then the truck will accelerate to 70, and you can hold it there up to 30 minutes per 24 hours is the way I read about it. Pretty interesting. I've never seen anything like that. So I guess that's some new Detroit thing, some kind of passing thing. All right, I'll have to look into it more. Anyhow, the trucks all have a fridge in them. They all have a TV provided by them. They all have satellite TV provided by the company at no charge to you. They have satellite radio provided by the company. They all have APUs provided by the company. They all have inverters provided by the company. Many of the trailers, not all of them, but many have the onboard scale system, so you wouldn't need to cat scale. Although, you know, I've used those and I get a little nervous about them. I guess if you had the same trailer, it would be okay, because you'd know where it sits, but at every trailer I'd be a little nervous. That's just personally me. You get stopped paying all detention after 2 hours, which it should be sooner, $25 a stop, that kind of stuff. Look, here's the thing. Oh, well, you know, what are we going to do about that? Look, at 1,500 mile length of haul, this is a place for somebody who wants to drive and not sit around. Might you get more miles somewhere else? You might, but you won't get the miles you get here because you can't rack up a ton of miles doing 200 mile loads. That's the thing of it. When you can do coast to coast loads like this is my kind of trucking. So that's why I like the place, because that's the way I like to truck on the road, is long distance. I like these long average length of hauls, so I don't have to be bothered. And you look at reviews in that, and apparently the place doesn't bother you. If you'll go out and are willing to do your job like you're supposed to, you're already experienced, you should know what you're doing, and can solve problems, you know, as you go along and be a driver, you can make tons of miles here and make the money, you know, without having to do a load every day or 2 loads a day, you know, that kind of ridiculous thing. They have a refrigerator at their headquarters there in North Dakota that's full of food, so you could fill your pie hole up with that at no charge to you. Just stuff like that where you're treated better than you are at some company. You just walk in and like, oh, what's your number? Where the cage, it's all, the dispatchers are all in a cage because they're afraid they're going to be attacked by the drivers that are coming in and stuff. So that kind of thing is important. That kind of treatment is important. So I think that's really good. Holland Enterprise, I'll have their information in the description. You can check them out if you're somebody that has experience and wants long lengths of haul and can be gone, okay, from your house, because you know, you're gone. They want you to be gone 3 to 4 weeks. They're clear about that at front. You can get treated better that way, get a new truck, and work from North Dakota. Wouldn't that be pretty awesome? All right, look, Holland Enterprises. Check them out in the description, and we'll be back soon with more trucking answers.